I'm Ray Mears. For over 20 years I've been exploring the wild outdoors, and what fascinates me more than anything are the secret lives of wild animals. When I learned how to follow clues that animals leave behind, it opened up a whole new world of understanding. And in this series, I'm putting my skills to the test by tracking the world's top predators. This is one of nature's richest environments. It may be arid, but it's a place that keeps drawing me back. It's hot. It's unforgiving. Lying to the east of the Kalahari Desert, it's Namibia's vast central highland plain. I've come here to find one of my favourite tracks. It's the footprint of a mysterious animal that's hardly understood, a predator that is renowned for its strength, its cunning, and above all else, its stealth. It is, of course, the leopard. There's a population of several thousand leopards in Namibia. They're not the rarest of big cats, but they are the most elusive. They're loners that roam huge territories. They're perfectly camouflaged for disappearing into the thorny scrub. And as if that didn't make them hard enough to follow, they're most active under the cover of darkness. For a tracker, they are quite simply the ultimate challenge. I'm joining a pioneering leopard research project that's run by a remarkable woman called Natasha de Warrenen. Natasha.
Hi, Ray.
Really nice to meet you. I've heard such a lot about this project. I'm really excited. I mean, leopards are my favourite cat, so let's get on with it.
I like you already.
Natasha has studied leopards for over 10 years and now works for the Global Leopard Project here at the Irindi Game Reserve. The reserve is home to just a handful of leopards, but Natasha is worried about them.
There are a lot of dangers out there. Definitely we have conflict between leopard and farmers because they will take livestock as part of their natural prey. It's just another food source to them. They don't know that it belongs to somebody.
If any of the leopards stray out of the reserve and onto surrounding farmland, they risk being shot. One of the aims of Natasha's project is to help save leopard lives, and to do that, she needs to know where they are. Based on her sightings, she's begun to build up a map of leopard territories, and she wants me to use tracking to help her. So far, she's managed to radio collar a few of the reserve's females, but most of the leopards here are still a complete mystery.
Literally, the study has turned into a puzzle, and we've got these pieces of the puzzle, and they're pieces that are well fitted together, and then there are these big gaps, and we need to know what's happening to understand the population.
It's quite a challenge.
It's a serious challenge. I think if you can help us find where they're going.
Well, give it our best go. It's amazing how much traffic is going. Helping me film this quest are our wildlife cameramen, Isaac Babcock and Shane Moore. This is where the leopards are. I don't know about you, but the scale of what we've taken on here is starting to dawn on me. It's a massive area and we've got very few leopards, and it's difficult, isn't it?
I'm not the tracker. We need your help for that.
No pressure.
Day 1. I'm sending the guys out to recce the surrounding bush.
The sun feels really good. I don't want to make it sound too cushy or anything, but this is quite the life.
Natasha and I are taking to the air to look for her main study leopard, a young female called Honey.
In the morning, when you get the low sun, you can see the tracks really easily, the relief
comes out. It's absolutely beautiful. The reserve covers a massive 270 square miles. Honey will be hiding out somewhere among the herds of game, and Natasha hopes she can find her using a telemetry system because she's been fitted with a radio collar. After about an hour flying,
She's down here somewhere.
we get a fix on Honey's position and then switch to vehicles to approach her at ground level. Whoa, stop.
You see something, right? It's really tough to see her.
I can just see her spots through there. And her head. That's amazing. I can't believe we're this close to a leopard. It's quite astonishing. That's 15 meters. And she couldn't care less.
Natasha has a unique relationship with Honey. We can only be this near to a wild leopard because Natasha has known her since birth.
I'd sat from 6 o'clock in the evening, and at sunrise I had my first visual of the first cub, which was in fact Honey. And we slowly built our relationship from there.
You have a very emotional relationship with her in a way as well.
Very much so.
I think Honey's sniffing around to check out if another leopard has already claimed this patch. She's 2 years old now and has just become independent, a time when she'll be establishing her own territory. She needs to be very careful because a territorial battle with another leopard could prove to be deadly.
Yeah, it's a tough life for them, isn't it?
So I think you become even more emotionally attached to these cats because you realize actually how fragile everything really is. And for her, she's just now growing up. I don't know where we go from here. What when she meets her first male? Will she know what to do? We don't know.
You sound like her mum.
I should not sound like that.
It looks as though Honey is leaving her scent on the area to warn off other leopards. Now that we've found Honey, Shane is going to continue to track her movements throughout the day.
It's a beautiful spot for us. She's just looking, listening carefully. I think she hears something. She's moving slowly through the bush. Maybe she's hunting something.
She's turned her attention to a flock of guinea fowl.
She got one. Damn, I think she got one. If those birds are that dumb, they deserve to be eaten.
To me, this is confirmation that Honey is staking her claim here, and we can map this as part of her territory. But what's intriguing is that this area used to belong to her mother, a leopard that Natasha calls Phantom.
When her daughter becomes independent, what appears to happen is that the mother gives the daughter a piece of territory. But to allow that, Phantom is now had to move out of the reserve.
Her mother's somewhere outside the reserve.
Absolutely.
What Natasha's discovered is that with each new leopard generation, territories change. When Phantom sacrificed some of her land, she moved her territory north. But it now overlaps farmland, and she hasn't been spotted for weeks. Big game are kept inside the reserve by an electrified fence that marks its perimeter. But just outside it lie farms with an abundance of cattle and goats. For the cunning leopards, these can be tempting prey. It may seem strange that an electrified fence like this, with 9,000 volts running through it, is absolutely no deterrent for a leopard. What they look for are places like this where other animals have already weakened the defences and they can slip through at these points. We're here this morning following reports that there's been an attack. Natasha is trying to find out if one of her study animals is responsible. We've come through the fence and they're claiming here that a couple of goats and a chicken have been mauled and damaged by a leopard. Livestock to farmers around here is so valuable that they're allowed to shoot problem predators. Some of them even treat leopards as vermin.
Do you get called out like this very often?
It tends to go up and down. Sometimes it's regular. At the moment, it's regular. Okay, ons gaan die plek gaan check.
It sounds like you found it yesterday morning.
Farm worker Christian takes us to the scene of the crime. One of his goats is dead, and very close by he has found the killer's tracks. He wants me to find out if one of Natasha's study leopards was responsible. I'm in the blisteringly hot central highlands of Namibia, tracking my favourite predator, the leopard. I'm with a local farm worker who is upset because he thinks a leopard has killed one of his goats. Close by, he's found the killer's tracks.
There's a hyena track.
Yeah.
That's hyena. Do you think this is the predator? This is definitely a hyena track. You see the cross shape? You do not get that with leopard. And this is definitely not leopard. The shape of the track is also oval, whereas a leopard is round.
That's brilliant.
There are hyena tracks leading directly to the carcass.
Let's go and have a look at our goat.
Hyenas usually eat the entire animal, including the bone. Curiously, only the rump has been eaten here, and it's picked clean, more typical of a big cat.
At the moment, all we can see are hyena tracks. But that's not to say that the hyena killed the animal. Hyenas do hunt, very good hunters. But it could be that there's another predator being pushed off of the kill. If that happens, what we could do is have a little search further out to see if we can find any signs of a cat. I think that's what we should do next, to be thorough.
Very good idea.
Natasha, what do you make of this track? I think it's cheetah.
I think you're right.
We haven't got the cross shape that you get with a hyena, and we have got claws.
Unlike leopards, cheetahs can't retract their claws, so seeing the claw marks can help differentiate between the two.
I think that what you've got is a cheetah that made the kill and then has been robbed of it by the hyenas.
That would make perfect sense.
It's a relief to find that none of Natasha's leopards killed the goat, and it's hopefully less likely now that this farm worker will shoot one for the wrong reason.
He can't tell the difference between a leopard and a hyena track, and if people are going to make a value judgment as to whether or not to shoot an animal, it's very important that they can tell the difference between those two animals. It looks to me as though the leopard gets the blame all the time, and maybe he's not always the culprit.
Yeah.
With several farms surrounding the reserve, the leopards on the periphery are constantly at risk. Natasha knows where some of the females are because she's radio-collared them, but the male leopards have been eluding her. She's especially keen to trap males and fit them with radio collars too, and that is what I'm hoping to help her with. This morning I sent Isaac out to film another female called Yana. She's been behaving strangely recently, and we think it's possible she's trying to attract a mate.
Amazing. She's so beautiful. I don't know how else to put it. It's just like, you just get this feel.
She looks a little older than Honey, and I think she's spraying urine around the area, which will let other leopards know if she's on heat.
Hang on, there she is. Now, I need her to move her legs a little bit or go broadside so I can see.
Leopards can breed at any time of year, and females stay on heat for about a week. If I'm right, tracking where Yana has been will lead us to a male. We're going to leave the vehicles now and track on foot. This should never be attempted without knowing how to detect the presence of potentially dangerous animals like lions, elephants, and rhinos. They all leave different tracks, but in this dust, aging them can be very difficult.
There are lots of animals that could pose a threat to us. So I'm going to be carrying a rifle. It's the last defence if there's a problem.
As soon as I think the coast is clear, I start looking for Jana's tracks. Will she lead us to a male? I'm in a dried up riverbed. These are known as drainage lines round here, and leopards use them like highways. But so do all the other local animals.
I think that's a hyena, big rear pad. I love this. I love coming out in the morning and looking at the ground. This is the best newspaper in the world. You don't buy it in the street corner, you can't get it on the internet. It's something you have to come out and feel and experience. If a leopard ambushes something in here, it can chase it into a place where it's hard to escape from. So absolutely perfect leopard country. Wow, just here. Fresh leopard track. That's a female leopard. That's a 7 or 8 centimetre track. You can come up this edge here.
Yeah, Ray, have a look here.
Yeah.
Figure set there.
Yeah. So you've got 2 leopards. They're walking together.
Definitely together.
Yeah, something's gone on here. Something's gone on here.
Definitely. That looks to me like they've mated. And she has had her paws like this and pulled them back, possibly to flip over.
The energy in the track has gone that way. And she's come back this way. And again.
Possibly that she sat here in front of him and reversed herself into him to try and initiate a mating. One way or the other.
That's definite proof that there's a male leopard in this area. I got him again.
Oh.
That is a very big animal. If that was standing up, it would be...
Sure, that's a big track. Have you measured that?
That's 11.
It's 11 in the sand.
This is a thrilling discovery. We found a male, and he could be well over 2 meters long. At that size, he could be a leopard with a very special significance.
We've got this large male leopard that has been twice into cage traps, and when you get to the trap, his tracks very clearly go in, but he's not there. So he's a mystery cat.
He's a real escape artist as well. I think you should call him Houdini.
Oh, that's a really good name.
Natasha has never laid eyes on Houdini, even though he probably mates with several of the females that she's studying.
Female territories, you're going to get approximately 3 females, 3 to 4, and 1 territorial male.
Males control the females that live inside their territories by patrolling around them.
Here he is again. He's come down here, look.
Houdini is the dominant male and will try to stop other adult males competing for his females. He creates a stability that prevents other leopards moving into harm's way. So as he is the key piece of the puzzle, Natasha needs to monitor his movements.
I'd really like to see this animal.
It's now down to my tracking skills to predict where Houdini's going, so that we can trap him and fit him with a radio collar. Leopards often mate for several days, and usually at the same spot, so I think there's a fair chance Houdini will come back here very soon.
Well, I think we should put a trap in here and try to put it in away from the road a little bit, because here it's got a private feeling.
Yeah. That's
That'd
true.
be good.
Just go past it.
Slightly past, and we'll reverse in from both sides.
That's fine.
Straight away, we bring in a heavy iron trap. As leopards are so cunning, it's vital that we not only place it where Houdini is likely to pass by, but also that we dress it so that it's irresistible to him.
I like that.
Now, the idea is, the leopard thinks another leopard has taken a kill up into the tree, and for some reason it's dropped out. And that's what we're going to simulate. Now this is what we want for the
Our
drone.
bait is a warthog from a neighbouring farm. We need to advertise that there's free food here, and believe me, the stench of these guts will travel for miles.
Good. This is our drag, and that can be then literally dragged, leaving a trail of scent.
Anything that tries to eat the bait will trip the doors and will be harmlessly caught.
Please could you attract us one large male leopard, dubbed Houdini,
I think it's looking really good. That looks like a natural way through here. This stinks, really stinks. This is the stomach contents. Now I'm going to sprinkle this around the place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drape that over there like that. We keep our fingers crossed that we have some luck.
As leopards are most active at night, we're going to leave the trap till morning. The question is, will Houdini, this elusive male leopard, take the bait? I'm in Namibia, tracking the world's most elusive predator, the leopard. Here in the Irindi Game Reserve, I found evidence of a very large male leopard, and I've set a trap to try and catch it, so that the animal can be radio collared and studied. This leopard has taken bait from traps before, but he has always evaded capture, so we've called him Houdini.
Well, it's the morning and we're going back to our trap now to see if we've been able to catch Houdini in the night. Fingers crossed.
Okay, the trap's just behind here. Let's go and have a look.
Unfortunately, the trap is empty.
Absolutely nothing. Hasn't been down here.
Nothing yet.
It seems that we've put the trap in the wrong place, but where should we move it to? If Houdini is still mating, he could still be prowling round here. If he's not, he could be miles away by now, because his territory is likely to be absolutely massive. My guess is that as he's the dominant territorial male, he'll now be back to asserting his authority by patrolling his boundaries. I'm taking a gamble and heading north.
Now I'm trying to predict the movements of this leopard on a much larger scale, and that's going to be really difficult.
I'm sending Shane and Isaac to locate animals that leopards might prey upon. We need to find out where the food is before we can really get a step ahead of Houdini.
We just bumped into these lions.
Roadblock. All the same, as hold-ups go, this certainly beats the usual drive into work.
Female lion with 3 cubs. Those guys are great.
Lions compete with leopards over prey, but are much stronger and usually win confrontations, so leopards will always tend to avoid them.
There's one in the back that's really got its eye on us pretty good.
This reserve really is extraordinary. But as soon as one threat moves on, Isaac is confronted with another.
Okay, let's go. Go.
If a bull elephant flaps its ears back, it means it's agitated. And with a calf in tow, the charge is not unlikely.
He wasn't quite flapping his ears yet, but it was enough to get me flapping my ears to get out of here. So this is Mr. Grumpy right here.
Some of the animals use camouflage better than others.
When they walk, they move both their left and their right feet together. It's a very unusual way of moving.
They're heading north. And so are the wildebeest, kudu, and elands, which are the largest antelope on Earth. And just as I was starting to think I'd lost the trail, I make out some more evidence.
Big leopard. It's a big track. That's Houdini. I know what direction he was heading in, and I need now to cut ahead to try and pick up a fresher trail and get some idea of where he's going. It's going to be really difficult. Rear foot, front foot. This is Houdini. That's only a few hours old. He must have come through the bush here somewhere. I know he's going to be... This is one bold leopard because he's moving down the roads.
What's interesting is that Houdini doesn't always use the cover of drainage lines like most leopards do. It's almost like he's showing off, clearly unafraid of anything. That's unusual, even for a dominant male. My hunch is that Houdini hasn't hunted for a while, and I think he's following the game north as they make their daily journey to a large waterhole. One thing that both predator and prey have in common is that they all need to drink. The reserve's waterholes are an incredible focus of activity. Eland, wildebeest, and other antelope all compete for the best drinking spots. But they need to keep their eyes open for the crocodiles lurking in the shallows. One false move and it could be fatal. For lions, it's virtually impossible to ambush prey in broad daylight without any cover, so a trip to the waterhole is like being sent to the menu before you go to the restaurant. Leopards can adapt their diet more than any other big cat, but each prey species has developed a different survival tactic. Just to eat, leopards have to learn that impala jump to evade attack. Wildebeest rely on strength in numbers, and warthogs fight back with their tusks.
I picked up on the tracks of Houdini. I suspect he's hunting. That's my theory, is he's hunting and he's going to hang around that waterhole because there's very good game. This morning I found his tracks going northeast from there, and then he was coming back. I think he's likely to be in this area again, but I think we should stake it out as well.
Perfect.
We're resetting the trap right on the trail that I think Houdini is taking towards the waterhole. And we're also intensifying our efforts by rigging remote cameras that will show us if Houdini passes by.
Okay, good luck, little buddy.
At night, the waterhole takes on a completely different atmosphere.
To the human eye, the African bush in darkness is just pitch black. You've no idea what's out there. You feel threatened and intimidated. It's a dangerous place. With our special night camera, we get a view of the wilderness as the nocturnal animals see it. It's really spooky hearing that sound. It goes right through you. It touches some primal nerve deep inside our souls.
Now, all the animals that dare to come for a drink have to be constantly on their guard. Many predators are nocturnal. All around, the eyes of death are trained on them. These mountain zebra are very anxious, and their alarm calls worry all the other animals. Different prey rely on different senses for protection, but none of them can see in darkness as well as our cameras. While this male lion bellows out his superiority, two lionesses approach an unsuspecting impala that's been separated from the herd. Leopards hunt on their own, sneaking up to their prey, sometimes to within 10 feet before they strike. But they, like other apex predators, have to compete even after they've made a kill. In the hope that Houdini might still be interested in Jana, Isaac has been tailing her.
So it's a little after 2 a.m. now.
And she's caught a warthog.
Jana's really kind of meticulous and particular, and also really shy and kind of covert with her eating.
There's enough meat on it to last her a few days, but a hyena emerges from the shadows and begins taunting her. Hyena and leopard are fairly evenly matched, the leopard's teeth and claws versus the hyena's powerful jaws. But unlike the hyena, Jana is a solitary animal. She has no pack to help her out and cannot risk an injury that might prevent her from hunting. She finally gives up without even risking a fight and leaves the hyena to her spoils. Later on, the night brings some great news. One of Shane's remote cameras has triggered. Let's hope we've tracked down Houdini. I'm in Namibia, tracking my favourite of all predators, the leopard. A huge male known as Houdini is in the area. I've been following his trail.
There he is. He's going around this way.
And one of our remote cameras has been triggered.
Oh, come on, baby.
We might even have shots of him.
Yeah, oh, here we go. That's a good picture, isn't it? Hey, look at that! Fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Looks like a big cat. No collar. Is that a collar? I didn't see. No collar. Cool. That's a big adult.
Yeah. Look at the way he moves.
Wow.
Nice. Look at that.
Do you think that was Houdini or not big enough track?
No, it's not big enough.
Neither is this male behaving like I think Houdini does. This male's more timid, using the edge of the drainage line. I'm fairly sure this is a younger male, possibly one that is too young to have established his own territory and is wandering around here in search of a vacancy.
There's definitely more individuals here than we realize, and not necessarily territorial leopards, but especially youngsters, young males. And it's changing the whole dynamics of what's going on in the population of leopards here.
More male leopards would increase the risk of territorial fights, and I wonder how they will affect the local females. We decide to catch up with Honey and discover that for the first time in her life, she is also on heat.
Sandy cookie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shane managed to locate Honey. She's found a male and she's trying to mate with him.
Yes.
But every time I try and get close to her, the male runs away and she runs with him.
We're headed your way.
Copy that.
I think we're with a crazed driver crashing through this.
It's fantastic for me to be able to come out at night like this and carry on tracking. You know, visual tracking more or less ends when the sun goes down. So this is just incredible.
I could hear her in the grass doing circles. And the only time a leopard does circles like that is when she's trying to mate. Listen, listen.
This is brilliant. With her mating call, Honey has introduced us to another unknown male leopard. It looks like these cats are more successful here than anyone had thought.
She is literally running after him. This male will be a new cat.
Potential for one of the traps for collaring.
Definitely.
The leopard is the super stealth predator, and to be able to see it moving around at night. Oh, so incredible. I can't tell you, that is just one of the highlights of my life. You know, tracking can show you some things, but you can't fill in all the pieces. For that, you have to come out and observe the animals. How long will they be together?
3, maybe even 4 days. And it will start off not very intensively, probably one mating every 30 to 40 minutes. And in the highest peaks that I've seen in the past, every 2 to 3 minutes.
Then, without warning, the pair slip away into the night.
That teenager's first romance, she doesn't want the parents about.
It's fantastic.
But worryingly, Honey's mate entices her away from her territory. Her radio collar only has a range of about half a mile, and the thickets are so dense we lose the leopards. After a 3-hour search, Shane and his assistant De Vries finally pick up a signal.
Is that a faint little chirp or nothing? Ray, this is Shane.
Send over.
Yeah, Ray, well, Honey and the male are moving along the reserve boundary near the fence line, looking like they're possibly going to cross. Is that a concern?
Shane, that is definitely a concern.
If you get an idea of whereabouts she might be, we can perhaps check the fence line over.
The situation has suddenly become critical. Honey, the leopard that Natasha has known since birth, the leopard that is so important to her project, could be in serious danger.
She did exit the reserve. That would not be good. But do you think she could follow the male out there?
Yes.
Or there's cattle?
Yeah.
I hope so.
We all search through the night, but the terrain almost gets the better of us.
The car battery is dead.
This is dead. That's dead. Our truck is dead. Are you winning? Yeah, you are.
It's perfect.
Despite our best efforts, we can't find any trace of Honey.
Nothing.
This is extremely worrying because Natasha has known Honey since she was a small cub. Honey has only just reached maturity and has only just been given a piece of territory by her mother, Phantom. To make way for her daughter, Phantom moved onto farmland and hasn't been seen for weeks. Now Honey may also be on farmland, or worse, could a farmer have shot her? With both mother and daughter now missing, Natasha and I take to the skies where the radio collar signals are easier to find.
Alright, so we're going to see where Honey is.
Let's go find Honey.
Okay, so we're going to head to that western fence.
After an hour and a half, we pick up her signal, quite near the Irindi Reserve's boundary fence.
Okay, she's here. Right here somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're close. We're getting closer.
But the good news is she's still within the reserve.
She's definitely in the reserve. Yeah.
That's great.
I'm so pleased.
Mating can be traumatic for leopards. We need to see Honey to make sure she's okay. But while we're in the air, Natasha has another question she wants to answer.
The leopard we're looking for at the moment is Phantom. That's Honey's mother.
There she is, right there. Oh, my baby, you're alive. Look at her.
I've got her. Beautiful. That's amazing.
Right, Phantom. It's a dino. She knew where she was going.
Yeah.
That was beyond
Back on the ground, we catch up with Honey to check out if she's all right.
Oh, this is going to be very interesting. You know, she's become a lady, and it's hard to say how she's going to react.
How far do you think she is?
40, 50 meters maximum. She's under that bush.
This is very reassuring. After mating, Honey has left the male and immediately returned to her territory.
I'll tell you what excites me. She knows we're here.
She knows we're here, all right.
There she goes, look at the tail.
Yeah, I see it. Fantastic.
And there?
Look at that.
That is so sweet.
Wow. She's beautiful.
She put a little white tail in there and she's just gone through the grass with her surrender for that.
That's right. Did we spoil her hunt?
No, firstly, she's not running from us, she's walking from us.
Yeah.
And secondly, a leopard that is uncomfortable will move very low. You know, when you can see the shoulder blades, she's upright and her tail's right in the edge. She's been a little bit difficult while she's been in estrus. She's mated with a male. She's moved up a step in life, I would say. She's come home into her own territory, which is a complete relief, I would say. But it's very exciting. And on top of that, as an individual, she hasn't changed.
That's a fantastic sight. I mean, that's a real privilege.
What a striking creature she is. I'm glad she's fine. Her survival instinct is clearly very robust, and wouldn't it be great if she was already pregnant? Now, we have to leave tomorrow, so this is our very last night. We still haven't caught Houdini, the area's dominant male leopard, so Shane and Isaac take their positions at the waterhole for a final vigil. At 2:30 a.m. and activity starts to rise. An hour later, and we're finally rewarded.
Wow. Ray, this is Shane.
Yeah, Shane, send over.
Great news. Really large male coming in to drink. Incredible. Good news.
That is fantastic.
A huge male leopard. This has to be Houdini. Just as I thought, he's ventured to the waterhole. And look how majestic he is, defiantly pacing in, out in the open, completely fearless.
Came in to drink very close, but didn't seem bothered by the rhino at all. Incredible. There's a lion right there too, having everything together in one spot.
That is mind-blowing. Actually, I'm speechless, really, more than anything, that you've managed to get footage of this male, because up until now, he has been a mystery. I can't believe
I think it's fantastic. Yeah, to me, it's wonderful because you see the track and now we've seen the animal that connects to it. And he was heading towards the trap that's been set.
Sure. What are the chances?
There's only one way to find out.
Stop there. I can see the trap. The door is down. Something has set it off. It's empty. It's Houdini. He's come up here through here somewhere. He came right past.
I can't believe our luck. We were so close.
I guess the great Houdini escapes yet again.
Houdini may have lived up to his name, but he has revealed a lot about leopards. although their spots are similar, their characters are very different. We've seen shy young males struggling to find their own space. We've seen Honey return to the calm of her territory, and of course Houdini, so fearless that his presence alone could be key to the stability of other leopards, which just goes to show what an important animal he is to the research.
You know, since I started tracking foxes as a boy, I don't think I have been so excited about tracking anything as I have tracking leopards here. I've gained a unique insight into the personalities of the things I follow. So I haven't just been following animals moving. In this case, I've been able to follow individuals, and that has been truly remarkable.
Why is everyone so against us being together? Who cares about the colour of your skin?
We've arrested Private Gabe Kelly for murder.
I swear to you, Mr. Foyle, Gabe did not do this.
Well, unfortunately, the facts appear to suggest otherwise.
Mounting racial tensions in Foyle's War next here and on ITV1 HD.